We have for some time now been hearing and repeating words to the effect that the Iranian nuclear deal is a fait accompli and nothing opponents can do, save for waiting for a new president, will have any effect. Yet for some inexplicable reason, there seems to remain some doubt, which means we are either being hosed or someone's not telling us everything. That is among the things we will discuss. Let us dig deep into the D.C. soul with the Newsmax chief Washington correspondent, John Gizzi. John, always a pleasure. Let's go ahead and leave Iran for just one moment because I want to get to what was said today about China. The U.S. developing unprecedented economic sanctions against Chinese companies for cyber theft. I'm sorry, John. I've been around long enough. I hear unprecedented, and I think all it is nothing more than hyperbole. How are you going to hurt the Chinese at this point? What do you think?
Well, I would say you get them right where it hurts, in the wallet, because right now that wallet of theirs is pretty slim, as you know. Alibaba and the infrastructure bank and other things hailed as signs of a worldwide Chinese miracle are just not panning out. Now, in the case of the most unprecedented list of sanctions against China for cyber theft, let me say that people have been talking about it for years in terms of replying to espionage. I'm old enough to have covered former Congressman Howard Coble of North Carolina when he investigated intellectual property and put that issue on the map. China's been stealing intellectual property for a long time. Again, I've heard a lot of strong rhetoric on this, a lot of investigations. It will be unprecedented, but again, this is the time, if ever an administration is going to strike, for it to do so. All
right, let's go ahead and turn to Iran. Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley announced on Sunday he will support the White House-backed nuclear deal with Iran, 31st Senate Democrat to do that. John, as I pointed out here, we keep hearing from people that there's a chance. Wait a minute. Can we just say that there is no chance? The president will come away with his veto-proof majority, yes?
I want to hold off, as Bill Clinton used to say, until the last dog is counted.
Okay.
Now, on Friday, Senator Chris Coons of Delaware, one of the most thoughtful of the undecided Democrats, is going to make his announcement. I don't know what he will do. To be perfectly honest, Ed, I ran the numbers through. I discussed this with Colonel Patrick Murray, a guest who's kept what I think is the best head count. As of yesterday, the count was 14 undecided. Senator Merkel's decision makes it 13 undecided, all Democrats. Right now, there are 56 senators, 54 Republicans, that's all of them, and 2 Democrats, Schumer of New York and Menendez of New Jersey, voting. The Republicans need another 10. To override any veto of continuing sanctions. The president right now needs 3 votes. I'd say the momentum is slim. It may be slimmer after Senator Coons' decision, but it's always a possibility.
Chances are slim and none. Let's see how long it takes for Slim to leave the building. 60 seconds. Politico, top Jeb fundraisers leave campaign amid troubling signs. These are consultants. Chris Money, Trey McCarley, and Debbie Alexander have left. Is this a big deal?
No, it isn't. And I'm going to respectfully disagree with a good part of the punditocracy. I know you love that word, Ed.
Love it.
The fact is, these are people who work for a living at raising money. I've been around that business for a long time. It is not as though someone such as Mel Sembler, the Florida multimillionaire, who's a longtime backer of the Bush family, Larry Bathgate of New Jersey, very prominent lawyer and top fundraiser, have left Camp Bush. These are people who may have disagreements with the Bush hierarchy and simply are leaving because one doesn't like the way the other operates. It happens in the private sector all the time. I don't put a lot of stock in it.
And they are still working with Bush's super PAC, Right to Rise super PAC. We want to make that point as well. Be sure to keep up on everything
which
DC
is independent.
politics. Independent, indeed. Go to Newsmax.com. John Gizzi's columns are there. John, always a pleasure, my friend. Be well. We'll talk to you again real soon. On deck, enough already with the China whining. Let's get back to work on Wall Street and deal with some real meat of the matter. It's coming up next, right here on The Hard Line.